Hello, glad you could join me. Irene Smith here again. And today, I had said that we would finish off with the house in a thicket, and we will. We're actually at the point where I have done the garden there and we're ready for a final tour and sale. However, before we go there, I have two other properties that I want to show you where they're also tours. And the first is in the woods. And in the woods is the property that Mousy and I will be doing a custom Thanksgiving build on. But I was playing around with a build there. And so I'm going to show you that house and sell it. Then we will go to like a painting where I was doing a proof of concept build for the Thanksgiving competition. Mousy and I have been having a lot of fun with these little competitions, even though uh, it's definitely not cutthroat. It's definitely friendly. And we really enjoy seeing each other do the same property. So let's get started with In the Woods. I need to sell this because I don't think it fits with the theme that I want to do for Thanksgiving. So I want to show you around the house. This is a build that I did actually quite a while back. Um, and the reason I never did it as an episode is because I had vague plans that I was going to gradually build a little town in the woods. But let's take a look through the house and then we will sell it. Um, I love this piano. I found it in the workshop and it looks like a player piano, sort of, kind of. And that's something that's rather dear to my heart. My grandmother was the last player piano recording artist. Um, and she actually was the one who played the piano for them to make the rolls that were published. And I've gone way out, by the way, decorating this house. Lots of little knickknacks here and there, pictures, plants, and so on. Now, this living room has, now, there's a couch and chair and so on here for people listening to the piano. And then I love the grandfather clock, by the way. On the other side of the room, we have a fireplace and a television and a cozy place to sit and watch TV. Now, the scenery is rather breathtaking. That's why so many floor to ceiling windows in this house. The This room is a kitchen and dining room, and it's got several sections to it as well. There's the kitchen area with all the cabinets and so on. And then there's this dining area over here, and I used my cemetery picture here. And this picture is actually from my office property, the deer going by. They cross along that way every day. Here we've got two chairs and a place to sit and relax and have coffee. And here is the coffee station over here. I created this with my friend Mousy in mind. She loves coffee as much as I do. And so we've got a coffee maker and mugs and a little refrigerator here with spa type goodies. But it just seems like a kind of nice way to decorate. Um, Now we're back out in the living room. I have this plant stand with plants on it, picture of a hummingbird, and as I said, over here we have a fireplace and a big TV. Some more decorations over here. I rather like that shelf, the pictures for the shelf. In through this door we have an office, and in the office we have, oh surprise, a computer and headphones and all kinds of other little goodies. We've got lots and lots of books. And by the way, I don't know if I ever mentioned it before, but books were always important to me because, first of all, I can remember when I was 3 or 4 years old, nagging at my mother until she taught me how to read. And when I got a bit older, my mother's mother, my grandmother Cole, used to take me to the library every 2 weeks, and we would come home with loads of books and sit and read them. I spent an entire summer with her while my mom was working. I would go to grandma's house. There's another picture of the Delaware River near my home. And grandma and I would sit and we would read. And sometimes we would read novels, but sometimes we would get different craft books, how to make dollhouse furniture, how to play card games, not crafts, but still, how to play card games, um, how to look at the sky at night and recognize the constellations. There were all kinds of things that we used to do. And grandma was special. She taught me how to make noodles from scratch and how how to do all kinds of other cooking. And yeah, I still miss her. My biggest regret is that she didn't live long enough to see my son's birth. She died the year before. My piano playing grandmother, on the other hand, lived to 2003. She lived to be 99 years old. So this bedroom is, I feel that it's the master bedroom. They have a TV. They have a nice little stand here that they can sit, a dresser, lots of pictures on the wall. I don't know what made me paint the walls orange, but I did. And I gave it, so it's orange walls with a green carpet, sort of pumpkin color. Um, Out here on the deck, we have a table and chairs, and I kept that simple because I did. This is a boy's bedroom. Lots of pictures again, furniture, two desks, one for each of the boys that would be on these beds. And the interesting thing about these beds, by the way, is this is um, this is a bunk bed that came from the workshop, and I was able to buy the bed and then pick the. Uh, I'm jumping up on furniture because I want to show you on top. There's a picture of a dragon. On the bottom, there's a unicorn, and they actually match these dragon and unicorn pictures. So, anyway, that's that. And just to save you a little time, there are no owls in this build. I would have added them at the end, but oh well. And this room is nice and bright and sunny yellow. And I was concerned, by the way, I'm sure, I don't know if you noticed or not. The other was also a child's room, a children's room. This is a children's room. And I was concerned that maybe using these beds from the workshop, it wouldn't work or wouldn't be recognized as a children's room, but it seems to work just fine. And you'll I'll show you that this also is a children's room. And by the way, the rug on the floor here I found rather interesting. With a place to play with your cars. So this last room, I was trying to make a man cave, but it doesn't seem to recognize it as a man cave. It seems to just call it a room. Now, I've done absolutely zero with the garden. I rather like that runner. I've done nothing with the garden. I haven't even mowed the lawn, although I guess I did right around the house. But other than that, I did not mow the lawn. I did not plant any plants or do anything else. But I rather like that plant there. All in all, I think this is a really cozy house, even though the rooms are quite large. I think it works. Maybe I should start putting peacocks around. Nah, there's only two of them. Okay, so this is it for this place. Hope you like it. Maybe if you ever see it, that is. Okay, so I am going to put it. I'm actually going to enter the garden competition for an English garden. There's surprisingly a 25% increase in the property value. So what the heck? And now I'm going to put it on auction. The Jan Tart family. And I had an additional 92,000 in profit for the garden competition. And you know what? I'm going to take it. I really almost hate to sell this, but goodbye. And there's going to be no good before and afters, I'm sure. Yeah, that was kind of worthless. So that's it. Done. Going home. I actually had considered at one point making that my office base of operations, but I really didn't feel like trying to build a barn when this barn works quite well, the barn that came with my current property. Well, and now let us go to like a painting. As I said, the build that I did on this property is basically trying some things out that I want to do for the Thanksgiving build. But I kind of like the way it's coming out. And I thought I would share that with you as well as the other one. Now, note the number 13. Anyhow, this is going to be my build for. This is going to be my build just for fun. Some of the features of this build might get into the Thanksgiving build, but not on this property. We're doing our Thanksgiving build on the property in the woods, Malzy and I. So let me show you around. Okay, so I realized once I had loaded this that, yeah, the house might be really nice, but there was no garden at all. So I took a moment to add some gardening uh, work, and I think now we're ready to sell. However, my idea, let me show you through the house first, and then we're going to enter the garden competition. So, first of all, lots and lots of plants, and we have a little well over here. In case you hadn't noticed it before, there's a mailbox. I figured this person who owns this house rides a bicycle. I don't know what made me think that, but okay. We can get rid of that. All right, so this is the house. I wanted to add a sense of, I wanted it to be cozy, but I also wanted to add a sense of magic, I guess. So we've got a frog. Maybe it's a prince. He's got a crown. We have paintings, lots of them. Lots of other decorations. I love this waterfall. I seem to use it a lot. Down here, we're mostly focused on green, but we've got this multicolored rug, which I think is really nice. Makes me think of my grandmother a little bit. She used to make braided rugs. Among other rugs, she liked to make hooked rugs. So, the kitchen set, and I got this idea from the last build that Malzy was doing. She had used this set, Vigo, I believe it's called, and it doesn't have a stove, so I used this old-fashioned stove instead. I used this old-fashioned stove. These are little storage cabinets. There's another one here. We've got some dishes in it. And I specifically picked that one so that I would have the storage under the stairs. And this was not intended to be a modern home, so there is no TV. But let's go upstairs where we have, now I added all of the kind of magical things that I could find in the workshop. This also, I love this couch, and added 2 pillows to it. Over here, we've got a corner where somebody was doing herbal apothecary type stuff with a book here to help them with the recipes. I love this picture. It looks really great in this place. And then over here we've got, this isn't actually a desk. It's actually 2 shelving pieces with a shelf across the top. And we've got an old-fashioned typewriter. We've got another book with some herbal remedies in it. And by the way, I find it interesting. There's not a single curtain that will work on these windows. Not a one. Okay, so I realized once I had loaded this that, yeah, the house might be really nice, but there was no garden at all. So I took a moment to add some gardening work, and I think now we're ready to sell. However, my idea, let me show you through the house first, and then we're going to enter the garden competition. So, first of all, lots and lots of plants, and we have a little well over here. In case you hadn't noticed it before, there's a mailbox. I figured this person who owns this house rides a bicycle. I don't know what made me think that, but okay. We can get rid of that. All right, so this is the house. I wanted to add a sense of, I wanted it to be cozy, but I also wanted to add a sense of magic, I guess. So we've got a frog. Maybe it's a prince. He's got a crown. We have paintings, lots of them. Lots of other decorations. I love this waterfall. I seem to use it a lot. Down here, we're mostly focused on green, but we've got this multicolored rug, which I think is really nice. Makes me think of my grandmother a little bit. She used to make braided rugs. Among other rugs, she liked to make hooked rugs. So, the kitchen set, and I got this idea from the last build that Malzy was doing. She had used this set, Vigo, I believe it's called, and it doesn't have a stove, so I used this old-fashioned stove instead. I used this old-fashioned stove. These are little storage cabinets. Another one here. We've got some dishes in it. And I specifically picked that one so that I would have the storage under the stairs. And this was not intended to be a modern home, so there is no TV. But let's go upstairs where we have, now I added all of the kind of magical things that I could find in the workshop. This also, I love this couch, and added 2 pillows to it. Over here, we've got a corner where somebody was doing herbal apothecary type stuff, with a book here to help them with the recipes. I love this picture. It looks really great in this place. And then over here we've got, this isn't actually a desk. It's actually 2 shelving pieces with a shelf across the top. And we've got an old-fashioned typewriter. We've got another book with some herbal remedies in it. And by the way, I find it interesting. There's not a single curtain that will work on these windows. Not a one. Anyway, through here, since this isn't a totally old-fashioned house, we have a bathroom with a robe hanging, some cup of for rinsing your mouth, toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo, and other goodies. So that also is, that is the same shelf. I didn't mean to jerk like that, sorry. That is the same shelf that was used out here, just in a slightly, I think it's slightly wider. This is an overhead light. It suffers with the same problem that ceiling lights always seem to suffer when you have a roof on the house, in that I would find it very difficult to pick it up. Supposedly, if you get it just the right angle, you can. But basically, the problem is that it's trying to select the ceiling, the roof through the ceiling. Why? I don't know. Okay, so that's the inside of the house. And I really didn't spend a lot of time putting stuff in the cabinets. Some fruit on the counter. As I said, this is more a proof of concept type. Can I make a place that has the right vibe for what I'm after? Um, so I think it succeeded pretty well. And for some reason, it seems like the owls have taken roosts, made their roosts here. Hadn't had any for a while, but all of a sudden they're back. Okay. Now, as I said, I am going to enter the garden competition. But if we don't do well, I'm going to add some more plants and try it again. I should show you the garden. We've got some roses and other plants here. Obviously, you can guess I'm going for an English garden. Vines, some lavender. And I found this in the workshop. It's actually a koi pond with a bridge over it. But what I like is the fact that the bridge has sort of vines on it. And inside the hedges here, we've got a little garden shed. We've got a hot water little pond. And we've got a place over here with benches and a fountain. Over here, I've got lots and lots. I love this little garden. This actually comes as one piece. There's two of them, but that is one piece, and I can't even pick it up. Good thing I like it. Trees. Those trees are all from the workshop. Willow. This is called Death's. It has a name. It has a name. Gee. Figures too far back. Somewhere down here. This is here. Death's Fingers. Anyway, I also use the wisteria tree, the bamboo copse, the broadleaf tree, and, well, you'll see this one in a minute. Okay, so the bamboo copse is over there. Lots of trees, lots of trees. And over here we've got an illuminated tree. Yay, and it actually looks like it's lit up, which is really nice because a lot of times things that are supposed to be lit don't look like it when they're from the workshop. We've got tea and a teapot, lots of more roses. These are rhododendrons. So we got lots of stuff going on here. We'll see if they think it's enough. Okay, so let's submit it for the garden contest. And what else? Well, not too bad. I wonder what's... do you really lose that many points because you didn't have a medal gazebo? Let's find out. All right, where shall we put it? We've really crowded up this yard a lot. Um, we need a place to put a pergola. How about right here? Right here. We want structures. We want gazebos. We want this. So tired of this gazebo. If only they had considered the idea of having more than one. Okay. No matter what happens at this point, we're selling. Actually, it would be sort of nice to see this at night, wouldn't it? It's an easy way to make that happen. Midnight? Yeah, why not? You'll notice it is now dark outside. Yay! Let's hope it's not raining. So this is the house at night. Good thing we have lights around. Okay. Go take a peek back here. All right. So now I can re-enter the garden competition. I haven't been working on the house for 8 hours. Sorry, guys. Let's. I can re-participate in the garden competition. Yeah. Okay. You mean I have to wait? I have to wait 10 minutes? I think we'll. No, it's still not 100%. And there's only one other thing that I am going to add, and that is it's a shame to have to wait 10 minutes again. But the last thing that I'm going to add, it seems to make a big deal about it. Decorations, sculptures. We're going to add our little friend here. And we are going to one other thing. I remember it saying that you should have the sculptures as well. So why not? I'm going to add one of these as well. Okay. I if that doesn't do it, that's it. We'll take the 42% or whatever. Now, this is not correctly translated. Won't be possible for 10 minutes. It will not be possible for 10 minutes. But, okay, so we are going to wait the time. I'm not going to make you watch the whole 10 minutes, obviously. No, I guess we're stuck with 42 and a half. By the way, it only costs $14 to do the contest again. So, I think I'm just gonna take it this time and put the house on auction. Um, just before I do that, though, I would like to step through the house with the UI turned off, so we don't have to see everybody's comments and everybody's who's interested and who isn't. Just do one quick go through. Our friend the prince. And then upstairs. Okay, I think it's time to. I think it's time to sell. The Jan Tart family. I don't know. I want at least another 4,000. Yeah, 3,000. Because it's not that much. They're only bidding 133,000. So let's get another. That should work. I want to get 75,000 for it in profit. And oh my, it was like 70 something thousand. Huh. Okay, well, hey, I will take it. So that is like a painting, my proof of concept. So that's the end of that one. And I've got one more thing to show you, and that is the, wow, everything is from the back of the house. That's weird because where I arrived is on the other side of it. But hey, okay, so the final thing that I need to show you is the house in a thicket, which is what I was advertising when I started this whole thing. That's what the thumbnail shows you. And that's what we're going to do. We are going to make a final tour of that house and we are going to sell it. So this feels like it takes forever. Can you imagine a 7-pound tomato? Wow, that's a big tomato. Okay, our friends, the deer, are passing through, but I'm not going to go there right now. I'm just going to go in my office and we're going to go right to the house in a thicket. Now you'll see that we still have the in the woods property here, and that's because that is I newly purchased it so that we could uh, do the Halloween build. This is the house in a thicket, and I think you'll see that there is a huge change. Well, actually, not so huge from the last time you looked, but it's pretty big when you compare it to the mess that I got when I bought the place. Interesting, they call it a utility garden here, not a crop garden. Hmm. Now, the biggest thing that I wanted to do when I was working on this house was to keep the in the woods feeling of it. And I think I've done that pretty well. I like this garden a lot, but let's start by going in the house. This is the hallway. I added some stuff here. Uh, this is the dining room kitchen. And I also added, they've got a meal set up here. There's also a high chair because the family that seems most interested in this property is the Smoths, the ones who have a new baby. Um, these are, those are huge carrots. Anyway, this is produce from the garden that I have on my farm. We've got some veggies cooking in a pot. Somebody's having breakfast. Um, well, I guess an onion, some more veggies to cut up, some eggs. They seem rather oversized, don't they? They look more like turkey eggs or, well, not quite ostrich eggs, but they're big. Keurig. And again, whenever I put in a coffee maker, I think of my friend Malzy, who loves coffee just as much as I do. Mixer. This is a pumpkin from my garden. Some groceries. And that's the dining room. I think you saw this before. We filled it up with goodies. Goodies, decorations. I've got a turkey here and some mashed potatoes and gravy and a salad. Now, across up the hall, we've got this bedroom. And this one was done as I explained when I first showed it. This bed comes from the workshop, and it's a bed with a bookcase in it, which I filled up with books, and then a separate uh, mattress and blankets and pillows. And I just think it looks really nice. These windows close so that when you need a little privacy, you've got it. And that's the guest room. This is the master bedroom. They've got a nice built-in wardrobe over here. And you can see I do like that waterfall. These curtains also close, so it becomes a nice, cozy, and very private place. And in case you hadn't noticed or had forgotten from previous episodes, on this property, everything is shades of green. In here, we've got a room that's too small to actually be considered a children's room by the game, but this is the baby's room. We've got a changing table. We've got some toys and books and so on. But since this room is so small, it's only 6 meters square, it's not considered a children's room. Kind of a shame. But it is. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I keep yawning. You'd think I was actually tired or something. It is a nice room, though. Then back here, we've got the bathroom with some clutter here. And let's go out before we close the door on ourselves. And this nice little sunroom. I mean, this one is rather small, but it is a sunroom and it is, I like it. Okay, so out back here we've got a bird feeder. We've got a swing. We've got a turkey in a girdle. And it says, eat cow. I guess that's how the turkey would feel about it. And as I said before, I pretty much left the plants and things that were here and only added. I did not remove anything. Didn't remove trees. I didn't remove bushes. And I've added, jump over it. I've added these benches here and there, lots and lots and lots of roses, lots of everything. We've got a nice bridge over the koi pond, and this one you'll see is actually got, oh, I jumped off the bridge. This one actually has fish in it. Some nice quiet little places to sit and talk or sit and meditate or whatever. And just for the fun of it, around here, oh, a pile of wood because they have a fireplace. I didn't even go in that room, did I? Just for the fun of it, over here I added a tent and a cook fire for the kids. There's another pond over here. There's the gazebo with a little table in the middle. And I forgot all about this room. This room is a family room. And if you remember, the only way I was able to finally get it to be a family room was to add that bookcase. So that is our garden and our house. This one really didn't take very long. I like the variety of plants that I used this time on this one. Oh, no, that's a watering can. I thought I left a can of paint hanging around. No, I really like the way this one came out. It's so cozy. I mean, I probably could have added another something here, but I think that's good enough. So again, this is another English garden. English gardens seem to be my specialty. Let's see how we did. Now they don't like the layout on this one. How about that? Same increase as before. Interesting. Okay. Let's auction it off. Did I show you everything? Yes. That looks a little funny, doesn't it? And as I said, it is the Smoth family. Profit's not very good. But, oh, I only have one bathroom and they don't like that. Well, too bad. Just for that, I want another $3,000. Come on, you know you like it. I'll take it if we don't have much money. Ah, you bums. Well, I gotta take it, because otherwise I get dinged even more. That's chintzy. The only reason I made a fairly decent profit is because I had a good number in the garden competition. I mean, that's kind of annoying. Okay, well, that's it. That's it for today. Remember to subscribe, like this video, comment please, and share it with your friends. I will be back on Wednesday with something new. Till then, have a good week.